Hello, and a very warm welcome to the Insider Essay, your guide to living better. Join us today as we open up to Wonder Women, like actress Pasi Koetle, whose fashion has every woman feeling like a star. DJ Thandi Zisto Mhlongo wields the power of words to change our world. From pilots to winemakers, more women are working wonders in the science and tech field. Celebrity boxers Angelique Gerber and Tasche are ready to rumble in the fight to stop gender-based violence. And CEO Amanda Dambuza leads the way in beating unemployment through entrepreneurship and leadership. Encouraging her listeners across KZN to stop seeking external validation, to look within and just be themselves is DJ Thandi Zisto Mhlongo's message to her growing fan base. Growing up in Claremont Township, Zisto drew her power for thinking and communicating from listening.
My love of radio started in Claremont. On weekends, the kids would all clean. You had your dishes duty, your koroping duty, your sweeping duty, and every single time I would listen to the radio. I would get lost in it, and it just became a part of my lifestyle. I didn't actually think that I could even be on radio, which is something that I really, really enjoyed until I grew up. And then I realized that actually people make a living out of this. Gaga CFM Drive on your radio from 3 to 6, and it's about that time where your future is not in your hands, but it's in Tessa's. It's time to level up with Psychic Tessa. You want to know how to be involved, right? I always say I want to be a household name. So if you're in your car, you're hearing me. If you're at the airport, you're hearing my voice, because I'm a voiceover artist as well. So I just want to be changing the world one conversation at a time. And I want to be the voice of the youth. And I think that's very, very important, because everyone's saying the youth this, the youth that, but nobody's talking to the youth. So I'd like to be remembered as the voice of the youth and a person who changed the world one conversation at a time.
To achieve this goal meant taking the toughest time slots and sometimes even sleeping in studio. Not the healthiest lifestyle. But now, Thandi's life is back in balance.
My love for fitness actually began when I was still in school. I used to be quite an athlete. I used to do long jump, high jump, shot put. I used to sprint a lot more than long distance, but I just fell in love with being fit. And then I started joining gym after gym after gym. But for the longest time, I didn't have a personal trainer, so I didn't know what I was doing. So I'd go to gym, I'd pay the money, but I just didn't see the results until I decided, no, let me invest in a personal trainer.
Z as a person, she will always show up no matter how much is on her plate. She will show up to that session, put in the work. She knows exactly why she's here, and you don't have to push her. She understands why she's here, so it's just a matter of channeling all of that energy towards all of the exercises that we have to do for the day. Consistency, energy, always bubbly, and she shows up.
Exercising makes me feel so strong, it makes me feel disciplined, and it just gives me a sense of pride in seeing where I started and where I'm going. And I always insist that if you're going to train, take pictures of it so that you can see your progress. Otherwise, you're never going to see how much better and how much more straighter your posture is or how strong your posture is. So training actually makes me very strong. It makes me confident, it makes me disciplined, and it makes me feel sexy.
Another more zen workout is supping, and the DJ seems born to it. If she advocates for surrounding yourself with those who are good for your soul, then Coach Charlotte Atherton is a tonic for hers.
Hey Charlotte!
Hey Zisto!
How are you, babe?
So today Zisto is going to be stand-up paddleboarding with us on the Indian Ocean. It's a beautiful, calm day and perfect conditions for stand-up paddleboarding. So we're going to take a cruise out onto the ocean. We'll paddle about 2 or 3 kilometers over the course of an hour.
Supping, also known as SUPing, is stand-up paddling, and it's something that I discovered when I was on a quest to kind of let go of fear, because my whole life I've been ruled by fear. I've been afraid to ride a bicycle. I only learned this year to ride a bicycle. It is like something that I've never experienced. It's so awesome, it's so liberating, it's so calming, and it's really kind of an athletic thing as well, because it's a full body workout, and luckily for me, I do work out. However, you can also do it sitting down and just like pedal slightly and just cruise. It's absolutely incredible. I'm so glad that I actually get to do this as a hobby.
It's beautiful just to be able to sit or kneel and just float and just take it all in. It's very calm out there, and I think there's a lot of stress in people's lives on land at the moment, so it's nice to get off the land and go onto the ocean and unplug. And when you're out there, you have this amazing vista of the whole Bay of Durban, and personally I feel it's actually a more beautiful view of Durban from out there on the ocean than it is on the land.
To go out at sea and to sit on that board and have the sun just hitting your skin and just have that peace of mind where you're alone, there's nobody there, all there is the crashing of the waves and it's incredible, and I really think that my spirit is revived. It's amazing.
When you talk for a living, this quiet time alone is the antidote. A balance Thandi has achieved with the encouragement of her mother, Mrs. Linda Mhlongo.
So guys, I had such an eventful day and I'm back home now. I want to fix myself a yummy snack. And I get here and I want to introduce you to somebody. Meet my mother. Ma, how are you?
I'm okay. She was very active. I used to go there. I used to attend to all the things she was doing at school. And she had so many friends, but she used to listen. And she was very clever in school. And she used to get top grades. That's what I can say. When she was at school, she finished school, and then she got pregnant. You know what happened? I delivered her. I took her to hospital, and because I'm a midwife, so I took her to hospital, and I was the one who conducted the delivery. So Sia is my child. I brought her in this world.
My fondest memory with my mother was when she helped deliver my baby. What I admire the most about my mom is just how strong she is and her work ethic, you know, because I think that if I didn't have her as an example of hard work, I would slack, you know. And as you know, I'm a hard worker and I'm very ambitious, and that's so much like my mother.
With her mom so involved in Thandi's daughter Sia's life, they have bonded like 3 points of an unbreakable triangle.
I'm very proud. You know, even when when I tell them, like at work, when I tell them, when they say, this is my daughter, do you listen to a kakasi? And they'll say, yes. I said, do you know Zisto? They said, that's my daughter. How ma uzali celebrate kanti wena? So she made me proud. I'm also at the limelight because of her.
What you can expect from me in the future is world domination. No, I want to grow the Zisto brand, and I want to just study further. Actually, I do want to study further, and I just want to take over the world. I want to show my kid that you can be anything that you put your mind to.
The most potent Wonder Woman is the one inside your head. If Zisto can be that voice, she'll consider her mission accomplished. Coming up, Pasi Koetle wants every woman to feel like the queen of her scene with this new range of prints and sets. Performing has always been Mapaseka Kutla's superpower. It's won her an ongoing role in a major TV drama, a Royal Soapy Award, and now this Wonder Woman has diversified into a thriving fashion business.
My acting journey started when I moved to Johannesburg. So I'm originally from Bloemfontein, and ever since I was young, when I say young, I mean primary school, I've always known what I wanted to do. I never even had plan B. So after I finished matric, obviously I didn't have money to come to study, and then I tried, and then I found someone who really helped me to become my surety so I can come to Johannesburg to study acting. And I came here, I think 2009. I auditioned, and eventually I got a big break on a popular soapy.
Making the most of years spent in TV wardrobe departments, Pasi took the leap, starting her own fashion line, specializing in matching outfits.
A name is powerful, your name is powerful, my name is powerful. So you have to, when you name something, it has to have a good meaning. Zuri means that beautiful. So Uzuri, you are beautiful. And I believe that our clothes are beautiful. And every time our clients are wearing our clothes, they do feel beautiful. I feel beautiful every time I'm wearing my brand. And I know that every client feels the same way. So Uzuri Secrets started during COVID, which was obviously very hard. Our clothes are more for people going out. And obviously at the time, people were not going out. But funny enough, we did very well and we did good because we realized that even though we're not going to make kimonos for people to go out on the beach, there are other ways to make nice loungewear where people can sit at home, look nice and work from home.
Together with her healthy eating cafe in Sandton, Pasi's businesses offer fertile ground for the dreams of the women she works with to grow.
My relationship with Pasi is a very unique and special one. To get into a business where two women are doing what they love and they are genuinely getting along, it allows Uzuri to grow, and it's just beautiful to watch. So Uzuri caters for different types of bodies. You're slim, you're curvy. People come in and they say, hi, I'm looking for what Pasi was wearing. I want to look like her. But to see a woman walk out and being okay with who they are because of the way we make our clothes, that's the beautiful part of it.
The inspiration behind these designs is we buy material from the beginning, so people should know that we don't buy clothes somewhere else and resell them. So we go for fabric shopping, from choosing the right material to making the right clothes. That's how we love our brand. And also, I think more than anything, we specialize in sets.
Social media is a useful marketing tool, but with COVID restrictions over, Pasi is proving a natural at one-on-one customer relations.
The set that I'm wearing, we like naming our sets. So this is a Lola set. It is winter, so for people like me, I don't like wearing sweatpants going to work. I like looking good. I like showing my body. So this is beautiful. It's a stretchy material because we all have different bodies. You know, sometimes some people are more curvaceous here like me or thinner. It will definitely look good on you. So this is one of our signature looks. We do specialize in sets. This is a chiffon material. It's very nice and light, especially in summer. But in winter, you can also wear it and then maybe put a coat over. And the white top matches with the white here on the pants. I like the print. You can go to the office, go out on Sunday for lunch with your friends or your man. It is lovely, simple, and beautiful. So no outfit is complete without a beautiful set of nails. So I'm going to meet my sister and we're going to do our nails. That's nice.
Like her famous sibling, Thandi Koetle has their mother Susan's hard work ethic in her thriving beauty business.
I started off I have facial skin products, and then I was like, okay, let me open a beauty bar so that people can come through and do their skin treatments and stuff. And funny enough, because we almost started the business same time with my sister, I told her the name of my business, Organic Uzuri Beauty Bar. She was like,
I already registered my company as Uzuri. Thandi is more, when she does her stuff, so we're different. I share a lot. She doesn't share. That's how she is. So she didn't even share with me that she has this plan to start her own Uzuri skincare. She was like, let me try it and see if it works. And then when she told me, I'm like, oh wow. I just named my shop Uzuri.
Organic Uzuri Beauty Bar offers cavitation for belly fat. We also offer cellulite reduction. We offer massages. We offer makeup and nails. And on that note, let's go choose a nail color.
In a tough economy, something as affordable as new nails can make you feel like $1 million. The sisters get this.
We are so close. We are more like twins, actually. We literally grew up together. We did most of the things together.
What makes our relationship very special is understanding that we are totally different.
I think it's very important for women to support each other in business because as women, we go through a lot and it's tough for us to get opportunities. So it's best to hold each other's hands, share information, share knowledge, and the rest will follow.
The importance of self-care. I mean, when you take care of yourself, like doing your nails, simple things like bathing, smelling good, those will make you feel good. So I think it's very important to take care of yourself. Sometimes people think taking care of yourself, it means with a face beauty or buy an expensive wig. No, bathing, waking up in the morning and making your bed, that's self-care.
Self-care means self-love. There's no way that you could say that you love yourself and not take care of yourself. from head to toe, from your house, everything. You need to take care of yourself and look presentable all the time, because you'll never know when an opportunity is gonna knock.
And I think that's how we grew up as well, because my mom, she knows my mom is very neat.
When Pasi isn't enjoying picnics with her daughter Nima, it's executive chef Vixa Kalenga's menu she savors most.
This is our favorite restaurant because of the food. The food is lovely, their meat it tastes amazing, and I really enjoy their food.
Yeah, and we also love the ambience, the decor, the setup, and how the food is presented. It's just amazing.
So for Pasi and sister, we're making a stew dish. We're doing the Cantonese dish, which is the duck, whole duck, marinated overnight and done in the wok. Served with egg rice and the 3-side and oyster sauce, and the pancakes with it. And then we're doing the fillet Angus, cooked on the raw butter with Korean barbecue sauce, which goes with it as well.
It's served as a reward for the movement for mothers Mapaseka started after being inspired by becoming a new mom herself.
I look up to my mother because she's a good example that you can do it on your own. She did it on her own. We grew up without our dad, and through the struggles that she went through, we are here. When it comes to my craft and acting, there's so many people that I look up to. Also Thandi Mhlongo, she's one of my favorite actresses. I've worked with her, and I love her work ethics and how she respects her work. And in terms of business, there are a lot of different women in the business. We grew up watching them grow from being actors to, phenomenal businesswomen.
The two most powerful women that I look up to is my mom and my sister, of course, because she has been through so much, but she did it. She is the most powerful woman in my life.
What you guys can look forward to, a lot of things. I'm really, really focusing on growing my business. It's a small business, and I really want one day for my clothes to be sold in bigger and better shops. And there's a business we're planning together that will come soon. It involves our kids. And in terms of acting, I have dreams of being on a film, dreams of doing other things, and just in general, as a mother, I want to be a good example to my daughter.
Being a good example to the younger generation is a mark of the Wonder Women of our nation, who walk through fire for their families with grace and courage every day. Just ahead, you want something actually done about gender-based violence? Ask a woman. Even better, ask two. In the ongoing battle against gender-based violence, two real-life Wonder Women have taken matters into their own hands. To raise funds in this greater fight, singer-songwriter Tasche and actress Angelique Gerber agreed to go toe-to-toe in the boxing ring.
Hi, I'm Angelique. I am a celebrity boxer for Box Up. Welcome to my ring. I was born in Johannesburg, but I grew up in Springs, and currently I'm residing in Pretoria. So I was introduced to boxing by Vanessa Marie. She asked me if I would be willing to do a celebrity boxing match. My initial reaction was, yes, I love a challenge, I'll do it. And then I was like, wait, whoa, concussions, bloody noses, no, wait, I don't know. And then she said to me, but she wants us to do it to create awareness regarding gender-based violence. And then she had me. I'm very passionate about it, and I actually support, and I'm an ambassador for Family Protection Association, and that's who I am fighting for, and that's who I'm creating awareness for by putting my body through this to help combat and help these victims of abuse.
Coach Stefan Delaray can see the same commitment that's made this star a fan favorite for years.
Angelique as an athlete is very impressive. She really has a work ethic second to none, and she's a pleasure to work with. She really trains hard. She trains twice a day, Monday through Thursday, and then Friday morning she has a hard sparring session. So it's very close to a professional athlete's training regime. Her boxing skills has improved immensely. You know, it's fulfilling to see. If you put in the work, then the results will show.
A work ethic Miss Gerber gets from her mother, Lynette Stemmert. And if she floats like a butterfly in the ring, that's down to ballet.
I started doing gymnastics from the age of 6. So I had that background, and then I did ballet for 15 years of my life. Ballet was my #1 sport, and it really taught me so much self-discipline and just the technique behind it. I feel like dance is the basis for almost everything in life. So I've been boxing for about 4 months now. When it comes to the footwork, and boxing is all about footwork, it starts there. It's helped me with that. I have the world's respect for any fighter out there, because oh my word, it is tough. So on this journey with boxing and just getting stronger and stronger inside and out, it's really helped me to face my own struggles in life and be more tough.
All in the name of raising funds to protect women, children and men from abuse. It's the best workout too.
I feel like it's extremely important to take care of yourself and to be fit and to be healthy on the inside and outside, because sometimes people that look good on the outside push their bodies to the extremes where on the inside they're not so healthy. For me, it's extremely important because I want to grow old with my kids. Also, I'm deadly scared of hospitals and doctors, so that's also my motivation.
Wanting to make a society a better place for her 3 children to grow up in is just another way Angelique sees parenting.
So I love spending time with my kids because they're my favorite human beings on planet Earth. I think they've got the best personalities ever, and they actually enjoy eating healthy. So my kids' favorite snack is definitely anything to do with fruit. They love a smoothie. And then I always sneak spinach and stuff in there, which they don't taste, which is a great one for the moms out there if they don't want to eat their greens. Being a mother, it's like a roller coaster of emotions. What I've learned in the past 5.5 years of being a mom is that I'm still human. Having the label of a mom or a mother doesn't mean that all of a sudden I'm perfect. So I'm going to make mistakes, and I need to forgive myself as well and be easy on myself. I love being a mom. I love my kids so much, and they're so wonderful, and I'm so proud of them, but it is tough. I'm not gonna lie.
The pride of Pretoria would be up against it in Durbanville's Tasche, a singing, songwriting, hit-making local heroine and winner of a major TV talent show.
I started singing at the age of 3 or 4. We were actually camping and there was a lady that camped next to us. She was a singing coach. We were braaiing en toe kom sy na ons toe en vra, luister maar, wie sing so? En toe sê my man, nee man, ons almal sing maar nou lekker saam en so aan. En toe sê sy, maar ek's 'n sangcoach, so as jy enigstens wil kom sang neem, let me know. Toe begin ek sangklas neem by haar. Sy het toevallig ook baie naby ons gebly, so ja, dat was baie cool en van daai dag af wou ek net nog altyd sing. En toe het ek 'n sangkompetisie gedoen in 2019 en ja, ek het baie geleer by daai kompetisie en ja, ek het nooit geweet hoe ek actually in die musiekindustrie gaan inkom nie en daai het kind of my voet bietjie ingesit, so ja. Ek en Joe ken mekaar al 'n redelike tydjie. Ons het toe randomly eendag na 'n braai het ons kan saam begin kuier en na my sangkompetisie het ons dadelik saam ingetrek en ons het gesê let's go en dit was net amazing van daardie dag af. Ek is baie dankbaar dat ek so 'n amazing vrou het. Kan nie leef sonder jou nie, sak kom kies nie ek sou nie. Bly by my tot jou.
Ek is baie trots op haar. Ek het sy het nog altyd boks gedoen het en ek is bly dat sy nou dit finally kan doen. I am nervous for fight night, but I'm not scared that she's going to lose. I'm scared that she's going to get hurt. Otherwise, I'm really excited. Haar sang is obviously amazing. Also sy kan enigiets doen. Ek speel elke show en almal vra vir my, raak ek moeg? Ek doen nie, want elke show is anders and she's grown so much. I'm so proud of her.
The spark which set this creative personality on a path to boxing was one which everybody can relate to.
When I was very small, I watched Rocky, and it was like the coolest thing ever. And I was like, Mama, ek wil boks, ek wil nou die hele ding doen. En toe sê sy, jy gaan nie met gebreekte neus of gebreekte tand op stage staan nie. Dus ek was well, okay, cool, it's fine. And then Vanessa Marie called me, and she was like, Tasha, do you want to fight in box? Hell yeah, obviously. En toe het ek maar net begin boks, en ek het regtig verlief geraak op. Ek dink ek gaan actually aanhou met hierdie. Dis regtig, het voel baie goed, en ek voel, dis heeltemal 'n ander experience as wat ek ooit van tevore gedoen het. So ja.
Matthew Litching's coaching was made much easier by having a boxer so motivated to fight for others.
Tasha's really improved as a boxer throughout the training camp. When she came to me, she didn't even know how to throw a jab. So from not being able to throw a jab to sparring many rounds with boxers to understanding how to move, understanding defense. I always say sometimes it's a good thing that she never had any bad habits coming into training, starting fresh, learning the techniques fresh, and she's done really well, and I'm looking forward to her fight.
I'm super amped about the box-up fight against Angelique Gerber. Ek dink dit gaan baie cool wees. We have a couple of sparring sessions left, and then we will be 120% ready.
Come fight night, the A-list of Afrikaans rock were there to also play their part in the greater cause.
The support from the crowd, the fans, it was insane. In the ring, you don't hear that much, you just focus, but I actually heard that was so cool to me that there was people that screamed and that really got into it. It felt amazing. I was so privileged, and I feel like insane that I worked with my team. The guys are insanely talented. I'm really privileged to have worked with them. The most intense moment in the ring for me was to keep going, to not give up. It's just to keep going. Keep your head in the game and keep going.
In this showdown of the year, the fight seesawed throughout, right up to the bell at the end of the final round.
So definitely the most intense moment was when I got that first hit from Tasha, and I realized, wow, this girl means business. She hits really hard. I mean, she gave me a bloody nose. Well, I gave her one back in the end. But in the end, I'm so proud of myself and what I've achieved here today. And I did it for every single woman and child out there that's getting abused. So I did it for something bigger than myself.
Angelique took it on points, but with the R250,000 split between the fighters' two charities, they're both champions. Right after this, after walking her own road to economic freedom, Amanda Dambuza has pearls of wisdom to share. In a country blessed with powerful women, Amanda Dambuza and Londy Ngcobo stand out. One is a multi-talented project management company CEO and author. The other, a ship's captain turned businesswoman. On a weekend at Tintswalo, Lapalala, we got the full measure of the trails they're blazing for their fellow women.
Oh my gosh.
It's so authentic.
I love it. Yeah, right?
It's quite raw.
So, and that Bushman stuff, the paintings, the photographs. I love the innocence of those children.
Yeah, that's exactly what caught my eye.
I love the anthill. That is so big.
Yeah.
Yes, the whole lodge isn't built with this big tray.
How clever is it to have the water hole here? The animals must be coming here a lot.
I love it.
And we get to enjoy the view.
And sundowners here. I'm just going to lounge here.
All day.
All day, honey.
Just the place for a short breather from Amanda's mission to resolve unemployment through entrepreneurship and leadership.
I'm actually quite happy we can come out here and just have some quiet time and just, forget about our responsibilities for a couple of seconds.
Absolutely. I really needed this escape. It's been so busy in business, and I just feel that it was just so fitting to take some time out. It's a woman's month.
Yes.
Our month. Exactly. Just celebrating ourselves and feeling celebrated, worldwide.
Yes.
So it's so grounding and it's really so special. So thank you. Oh, wow.
beautiful, perfect choice indeed. Udada, having celebrated Mandela Month last month, it's really grounding. It's an escape that I really think is important for all women right now. Even his warmth is just welcoming to the room. I love the women feature they've got here. I think I love most that she's ready to receive, and I'm so ready to receive relaxation in this very moment.
For a woman who grew up with very little and who earned her every privilege, Amanda was also welcoming a little spoiling.
Look at this. Oh, the tranquility. I'll just stay here forever. Look at that, hey? Oh, and the pool is so sparkling. Check it out. Welcome to Maasai. Oh, oh my gosh, fit for a queen. I love the decor. It's so regal. This is a tent. Oh, luxury at its best. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here. I really love Tintswalo, Lapalala, because it is so beautiful. It is earthy. It is tranquil. You get to watch animals from this deck and just some downtime.
You know, I like the most that it's grounding.
Yes.
You know, as women, we tend to give out more and serve more to our families, to our friendships, to our businesses.
Yes.
I feel that in this space, I will be served.
And I am here to receive.
Both women are so used to imparting knowledge either on business management or maritime matters that Ranger Graham Bunyard was welcome to do the talking.
Elephants are called bulk mixed feeders. So what they do is they will take vegetation off a tree, some leaves, some small branches. They also like to eat something called the cambium layer on a tree, which is a layer just underneath the bark of a tree. It's the vascular system of the tree where all the nutrients flow up and down. They also eat grass as well, and they'll also eat vegetation from a river area. So hence the name a bulk mixed feeder. And if you come across dung and you identify it, you will see there's a mixture of all those components in that. So eventually he'll make it down to the river for a drink.
Elephants are raised by matriarchs in protective groups, but Amanda grew up without her parents. She's had to have the courage of a lion, and she was going to need it again.
I've never done bushwalking. I am terrified.
I'm terrified. We're gonna do it.
I'm terrified, but we are warriors. And Mother Nature will protect us, right?
I didn't really need to be brave this time around, but okay, let's do it.
Wow, ladies, look at that. That is really interesting behavior. What this male roan antelope has done is he's found some urine on the ground that must be from a female. So he's taken that urine and he's actually tasting it. He's pushing it against the roof of his mouth where he's got an organ called the organ of Jacobson. Wow. That organ lets him know if a female is in an oestrus cycle or not.
Wow.
Yeah, so what appears for us to him to be smiling at us is him actually testing that urine to see if a female's in reproductive status or not.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so the organ
Aren't
of
we
Jacobson.
so lucky? You know, something that to date I'm struggling with is just finding this balance. Married with kids, business, and you've role modeled this adversity and just forging through. How do you do it?
First of all, thank you. It takes time to get to a comfortable position. And I think that the problem with women is that we like to judge ourselves so harshly. We want to be everything to everyone, but in that same vein, we want to be perfect for everyone. And it's not attainable. So perfection doesn't exist. And I think that the moment we release that illusion of perfection, the more we will start to show up as ourselves and seek the right support. The moment we probably let go of this notion of balance, the better we will be, because my life is about buckets. One bucket is about Amanda, and another bucket is about me and my family, another bucket is about me and my work, me and my husband, me and the children, and I decide which of those buckets should never be empty.
Amanda's illustrated book, A Brave Girl Named Aya, is her legacy to tomorrow, much like the local rock art.
And so, ladies, this is a very spiritual area we are now. This is the Bushman paintings. Eventually, one day, this will disappear. But it's special to come and observe paintings like this. And the shaman of the group, he was the one who does the paintings. He does a trance dance, and during a trance dance, he takes no narcotics whatsoever and dances until he literally passes out. Okay, so he's the one who describes what he sees when he's in that trance-like state.
What are those animals there, Dave?
Those are kudu, and kudu here in the Limpopo was a sacred animal for the Bushmen. Okay. Kudu and eland tend to be the sacred animals, more so in Drakensberg, the eland, here in Limpopo, kudu.
This was such an amazing lesson in history. And I didn't even know this existed here in the Waterberg. Our history will be told by our children. So the legacy we leave behind really matters. I think that it's very important to have such moments, sitting on the rocks, just infusing into Mother Nature.
Mrs. Dambuza's first enterprise was all natural when she started a flower business at the age of 23. From there, she got into selling shoes and handbags, learning about retail firsthand, a competitive and stressful environment.
Self-care is so important because you're constantly piling on stress, not just on your body, mentally, physically, and spiritually, and otherwise. So it's so important to just take some time out and replenish, recharge the batteries so that you've got enough to give to everything that you care about.
It's easier said than done when you've held positions like Chief Information Officer at one of the world's most renowned banks.
My professional life is very exciting. I am the founder and CEO of a company called Wields for Project Management Services, and I also do coaching and mentoring through my other company called Leadership Development Strategies. I also sit on boards, both listed and private boards, and I love what I do. In every role, every hat I wear builds me up to be the person that I am and the one that I continue to want to be. I'm so excited to go on this boat ride and boat cruise, in fact, because I just love the tranquility of a dam, a lake. So I really can't wait to see what's out there and learn a bit more about the diversity around the dam.
The water is my element, and I'm most excited to spend it with you and continue to infuse in your wisdom. It's just been so amazing because everything has just been an all-rounded escape.
Letting someone else take the wheel was proving a rare and welcome sensation for Londy.
I love it here. I really, really do. The irony in it all is that I'm a ship captain by profession, and being on a boat is rather fulfilling because then again there's a skipper who captains this very one and I have no say. So professionally, I'm a ship navigator, and I've lived my life on the ocean, navigating various ships all over the world, and I've since transitioned into the business space. I now am a director of War Maritime Experts. It was very puzzling for me, and it's very much relating to the Women's Month that globally we only have 2% of female participation in oceans economy. So that was unsettling for me, and leading up to starting War Maritime Experts, I sleep better at night knowing that I now contribute to the incline of this statistic.
I have had an amazing career. I have had great success professionally, and what I stand for is the ability to build platforms that I can then open up for others, because the single biggest challenge in our country is access to opportunities, access to information, access to markets, and I've been able to do that through my professional career, and I'm really proud of that.
A feeling to enjoy over a relaxing evening with no demands, other than choosing dessert.
I have eaten more than I've ever eaten in my life. This was so beautiful. I loved the chicken curry. Oh, the sambals were everything. Absolutely compliments to the chef.
Oh my gosh, the meal was amazing, divine. I had a venison poiki with samp. It felt like home.
Well, my future plans are, first and foremost, I've just closed the financial year end, so this getaway was just the break I needed to just refresh for the new financial year. I've also just onboarded a number of non-profit organizations to the stable of those I support. So I look forward to doing more humanitarian work and actually just being a smashing mom and a fabulous wife.
The future looks so bright. I am soon going to the Seychelles for my second TED Talk. My foundation, Global Maritime Youth, is launching a first kiddies book. I am most excited to see the multiplication of women within my business, but most importantly, taking away mindfulness from what I've experienced here and translating it straight to my house where my heart belongs.
In tricky times, good leadership is even more important. And in Wonder Women like Londy and Ngcobo and Amanda Dambuza, our trust is well placed. Still to come, getting more young women into sciences and tech starts with painting a picture of what that career looks like.
Sponsored by Capitec. Simplify banking. Live better.
With women in every kind of management position across South African society, it's easy to forget how different the landscape was not so long ago. As two of Capitec's foremost leaders highlight, the new frontier is to get more women into the tech space.
I'm Michelle Bridge. My function here is product line head for support systems. So support systems in Capitec is everything that we use internally in the bank, and it supports functions such as finance, HR, procurement, logistics, service management, data, and also facilities management.
I'm Judy Smith. I'm the product line head for electronic payments. What electronic payments mean in our context is any payment that's not a card payment. So if you go onto your app and want to pay a beneficiary, or if you have your salary being paid into your account, or if you have a debit order going from your account, all of that is seen as electronic payments. I started working at a bank in 1999, so that's a long time ago. And back then, there were very few women at any kind of leadership or managerial position. And these days, it's not like that at all anymore. In our team alone, both Michelle and myself are in leadership positions, and there are many other women in our teams that are.
I started off in finance and then moved over into technology. So I do think we have to internally also look at the young people and the young females and how we can introduce them into what we have in the organization and move them between different departments to give them the exposure to what we do, and maybe then in that way entice them to move into technology.
One such field seeing more women behind the controls is aviation, which Michelle and Judy looked into at the Flight Academy of Francois Stolz.
Females in aviation is becoming more and more commonplace. We see even at our flying school and at our flying club, we're getting more and more ladies coming through training to be pilots. I flew on an airline the other day where it was an all-female crew. Flight simulator training is typically for more advanced training after you've done your private pilot's license, and then from there on you'll carry on your simulator training to learn how to fly into clouds and bad weather and so on. So it's more focused around advanced training.
Getting a feel for the job firsthand, Michelle took to the advanced flight simulator like a pro. Though getting airborne proved easier than setting her wheels safely down again.
It was actually quite difficult to be in control of the plane and to keep it level, but very exciting to do it. Thank you.
Keeping the plane steady and straight is far more difficult than it seems to be. I will definitely have new respect for pilots next time we come in for a landing.
The flying was supremely impressive, especially for first-timers. I mean, the simulator is not an easy thing to wrap your head around. Even for the most seasonal airline captains that come in here, because you've got no sense of motion, trying to fly the simulator just on what your eyes are telling you and what your instruments are telling you, I think they did a fine job.
Judy's flying skills is actually quite good, but I must admit I won't go onto a plane with her as a pilot.
Sorry.
With one virtual glass ceiling broken, it was off to meet Tanya Klankies, breaking new ground as a woman organic winemaker.
I got into winemaking, started off as a total geek, loved science, loved biology, and winemaking was like a perfect mesh of it. You've got biology working outside in the vineyards, and you've got the chemistry working inside in the cellar. And I was like, perfect. I would definitely encourage ladies to do it. Ladies have je ne sais quoi, as they say. We've got attention to detail that men just don't have. We've got a tenacity. So please, if you want to do it, please go and do it.
With the number of our nation's young women growing up in and around farming, they can see how studying the science of viticulture can open up opportunities for them.
The difference between organic and conventional wines. Organic wines, it starts in the vineyard, no chemical fungicides, pesticides or herbicides, and that follows through in the cellar. The cellar, you only have like a handful of additives you can add and actions you can do on the wine. So we don't fine or filter the wines before bottling. It's only at bottling where we filter the wines. And so it's a much more natural product that you get at the end of the day.
Tanya, is there white grapes in the rosé?
A little bit of Chenin Blanc. How did you know that?
Why was this wine in this beautiful decanter before you poured it for us?
So this wine was not filtered or fined, so you do expect some sediment in it. So we do decant it, so it does get a little air, and also to keep the sediment in the bottle. So you get the best part in the glass.
As established role models for a new generation, what do these three successful women see as key qualities for young women to aspire to?
For me, a female role model has the qualities of kindness, resilience, be able to balance work-life, and also to look after other people, but most of all to look after yourself.
There are so many females in South Africa that make it against all odds. They have so little, but they bring up their families in a way that make them proud. They do everything that they can to make the environments better. And they are what makes our country something to be proud of. So for me, the role models are really the people, the everyday people that work hard and that make this country the wonderful country that it is.
Half of our nation's pool of talent are women, and our future depends on letting their flair, skill, and insight rise to the top. Tell us how you reimagine South African women in otherwise male-dominated spaces and stand a chance to win R1,000. Simply reply to the competition post on the Insider SA social media platforms using #WomenReimagined. T's and C's apply and can be found on the Insider SA website. Join us again next week as we embrace a zest for life with recording artist Msaki, inviting us into her songwriting process on a getaway to the seascape of Paternoster. And A Place Called Home is stylist and visual artist Trevor Steerman's latest celebration of fashion, art, and interior design all in one.